When I started this online business, I spent 6 months working 40 hours a week at my day job that I really, guys, I despise this day job. And then I'd spend another 30 hours a week on my own business. I'd come home from work, I'd spend another 3 or 4 hours a day on my business. And then on the weekends, I'd spend 5, 6 hours a day working on my business, doing what I wanted. The only day I ever hung out with friends was on Saturday. That's the only day I would ever hang out with friends. I had to turn them down. They thought for a while, like, Adam, they stopped inviting me to things because I turned them down so often because I was focused on what mattered to me, and that was getting myself financial freedom and doing a job that I love. I love this so much more. So this is the difference. This is gonna be one of my most popular videos. It's not gonna get the most views, but this is the difference between what makes those of you who are gonna have $100,000 a month businesses and those of you who are not gonna get their first product up. You look at me, you see me as a YouTuber, guys, I'm just another person like you. And a year ago, literally a year ago, I didn't have anything. I had never made $1 online. I had spent thousands of dollars buying courses and spending money on ads and trying Shopify, and none of that had made me a single dollar. I don't think I made a single dollar at all online prior to starting this business. But there's one difference that made the difference between where I'm at today and the rest of my friends who are still working jobs and they're gonna be doing it for the next 30, 40 years. Guys, I don't wanna sound like an ass in this video, but just know I'm telling you this because I care about you, and this is what it's gonna take. And that one thing, the one difference between me and them is relentlessness and the willingness, the ability to do whatever it takes to get stuff done. Every single thing that I've done in my entrepreneurship career, it's been scary, it's taken a lot of risk, and it always has taken more work than I thought it was gonna take. My first product, my gosh, that was scary. So, first of all, I spent $5,000 of the $7,000 that I had to my name at that time on this product. And $7,000 was the most money I'd ever seen in my life. I contacted 10 suppliers, and the first 10, they said no. They couldn't help me out, and they couldn't do what I wanted, or they said I wasn't ordering enough units. So after 10 units, most people would stop, but I kept going. And I finally found somebody who said they'd be willing to make what I was asking them to make. It's a product that literally took 4, 5, 6 months for me to actually get the whole process done. And then my supplier told me after I had spent the $5,000 that he might not be able to get this product imported into the US. He really doesn't know. So all this stuff hit me, and yet I kept going. I kept saying, I'm gonna do it, and I was relentless pushing forward. My course, my private label course, guys, it's 8 hours of content, right? It doesn't seem that much, just 8 hours, no big deal. But it took me 3 weeks recording non-stop every day to get this thing out. It took me, on the day of the course launch, it took me 6 hours. I had to spend like 5 or 6 hours trying to figure out how to implement PayPal for people who wanted to pay with PayPal. Who the hell thought I was gonna have to do that? But I keep running into it, and you need to be prepared for it. Every time I think a project's gonna take this much work, and it takes this much work because I run into stuff that I just cannot predict, like those customs, or that PayPal, or the fact that it took me like 2 days to figure out how to set up my entire website and get people to purchase the product. This stuff has taken me so much time, and I just didn't expect it. Even now, I have a few products out, I still run into so many things I'm not expecting. So many things. Right now I'm trying to source some products for the kitchen. Anything that comes in contact with food is supposed to have a food FDA, food contact certification. It's the Food and Drug Administration. I don't know anything about this. I've spent 3 hours trying to find whatever I can online, reading documents I can barely decipher, and I still don't know what's going on. But did I give up after 3 hours of hitting my head against a brick? No, I didn't. Okay? I finally contacted 4 or 5 people who seem like they might know what they're doing, and I'm spending $250. I don't even know if this guy knows what he's doing, but I'm spending $250 for half an hour of this guy's time to try and figure out what I need to do. And I'm not gonna give up. I'm gonna keep going at whatever cost. And I've talked to multiple other Amazon sellers who sell these kind of products, and their answers suck. They still can't seem to tell me what I need to do to get this done. So I gotta go find an expert. But back to the original, guys. I need you in your business, whatever you're doing. I know what you're dealing with. Well, I don't know what you're dealing with, but you're gonna be dealing with stuff where you need to say, I'm gonna do it whatever the cost. I don't care what it costs, how much time it takes, we're gonna make it happen, okay? You've got friends that probably they're probably laughing at you saying this, okay? You need to be able to say, I am gonna do whatever it takes, and I'm gonna ignore them. Guys, where I worked before I started on my own, when I told people what I was doing, there was kind of a running joke. It was half a joke, kind of serious. It was funny, I thought. But they would say, they would make jokes about me scamming people out of their money online. It happened 3-4 times a week. People joking about me scamming people out of their money. Guys, we know that's not what's going on. But this is the kind of mindset that your current friends probably have, your family probably have. And you need to have this, I'll do whatever it takes mindset to just push through and make it happen. Ignore what's going on out here and just keep going through, okay? When I first started, it took me like 6 months, spending 70 hours a week working on my regular job and then my business. A lot of you though, you've got friends I had friends, a lot of you have a lot more friends than I did in Memphis. You guys have wives, you got husbands, you've got girlfriends, you've got boyfriends, you've got weddings, okay? One of my really good friends in Memphis, he kept telling me he couldn't make this happen because he had a wedding literally almost every weekend. And I'm like, man, I know those are important, but I need you to live like this right now. Like nobody's willing to live right now. So in a couple years, you can live like literally nobody can. 99.9% of people are never gonna know what it's like to have that financial freedom, to be able, and not having a job, to be able to go on vacation when they want, go hang out with whatever friend they want. Even right now, I don't have like $100,000 a month, but I can still fly to California, see my girlfriend whenever I want, and I want that life for you too. But this is the kind of stuff that's gonna differentiate you, that whatever it takes mindset. So you've got those friends, you've got the family, they're not supportive. I understand, mine were never. I don't have a single friend that I grew up with, I lived in Memphis, who is on that path. I got one guy who, I don't know where he's at, his name's Caesar, but he might be the only guy who's on this path, and everybody else I've just blown past. Do I still love them? Absolutely. But it's just not that way, guys. I was literally just like you a year ago. I was just like you. No online business, no money coming in, going to a job that you hate every day, trying to figure out why traffic sucks so much. I rear-ended some guy while I was getting my sunglasses sunglasses out of the cup holder because they just randomly slammed on my brakes, right? And while I was in Memphis. That's the kind of stuff that I wasn't prepared for, but I still had to just push through. So please, even if I sound like an ass, take me seriously. I want the best for you guys, and it's gonna take relentless, non-stop persistence. I'm gonna do whatever the hell it takes to make it through and make my dreams come through. Do not let anybody else tell you any differently. Don't let anybody else tell you what's right, okay? If you're saying, I need to find a mentor, and the first 2 people, they don't wanna hang out with you, right? Here's a really good example. You launch an Amazon product and you cannot get the product to sell. I've seen it before, and I have students come to me. And what do? I help them talk about if this is me, I have a product that's not selling, what do I do? First of all, I'm gonna try a new title. I'm gonna ask everybody I know in the Amazon space what I should do. I'm gonna try new pictures. I'm gonna be willing to pay for new pictures. I've already downloaded Photoshop, okay, just a couple weeks ago, so I could edit my own damn photos myself. I took a course back in high school on how to use Photoshop, and I re-brushed up on my skills. It wasn't fun, it took some work, but like, That's that do whatever it takes mindset. And there's something to be said for working smart, but there's a whole lot to be said for working harder. So I still can't get my product to sell. I'm gonna learn, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna see if I can get some YouTube influencers to promote my product. I'm gonna try and learn Facebook ads. I'm gonna try anything I can to get the product to sell. Anything. And a lot of you stop at level 1. You stop at 0. Guys, I tried some PPC, I tried some advertising, it didn't work. You try a couple of different pictures, you're too afraid to spend some money to actually get new pictures yourself or help someone edit them for you. You don't sit down and look at 100 best-selling listings. This is what makes you good at knowing what listings are good. Look at 100 of the best-selling listings and see what kind of things work. Do you guys have comparison charts of your product versus the competitor's products? No, and it's gonna cost you some time and money to make that happen. But you need to be able to try literally everything. Don't stop, be relentless, be persistent, okay? I really wanna see more of you on this side. No job, more freedom. Guys, it's midnight. You guys can't see it, it's midnight right here. But I don't really care. Still working away, having fun, and more importantly, honestly, my sleep schedule is a little bit messed up because I spent a week and a half in China. But that's besides the point. That's the kind of stuff you can do when you get this level of freedom. Guys, I'm sorry for yelling at you the whole video, but this is what I'm really passionate about, is kicking people's butts, getting them in gear, and getting that relentless attitude. If you want a book that I think will change your mindset more than this 12-minute video can, please go read Grant Cardone's 10X Rule. It is the best book I have ever read. The first time I read that book, I read it 5 times in 5 weeks. I had maybe read one book twice in my life before this, and I did it 5 times in 5 weeks. So go get it on Audible, and please, I want to see you guys on this side of the line, the no job, the freedom life.